হ্যাঁ, লাইভ দিয়ে শুরু করছি। Torrential choice. Torrential. Hello, hello everyone. Good morning. Welcome to our institution of Global Professional Pre-webinar. Thank you all for joining and stay with us till the end. My lovely audience, today I am your host and my name is Yarnis Akhtar. I am from Bangladesh. Dear audience, I am proud to be associated with IGP as a global member. I feel honored and privileged to host this webinar. It's my delight to welcome you all to our Institution of Global Professional Free Webinars. Thank you all for joining us today in this marvelous morning, and it's my humble request and pleasure to all of you stay with us till the end. Institution of Global Professionals serves student and community resource providing holistic social work and education for create a competent generation. IGP is leading on online skill development institute with thousands of learners worldwide. Institution of Global Professional is an educational institution provides social work with globally recognized. We organized our webinar training offline online courses. It's by based and trained speaker coaches from all the world. Our mission is to empower people. We have already completed 1014 webinars successfully. Let me remind you again, don't forget to tag, share and mention your friends. Now we'll start our webinar. So let's watch together and learn together. Today our session number is 1015 and the topic is the importance of continuous professional development for teacher. And we have our speaker. Our speaker name is Josephine at Tolentino. She is from Philippines. She is technology and livelihood education teacher. Dollars National High School Agnes Coordinator, Association of State John Ma Vinny. Now let's invite our speaker. Hello, ma'am.
Hello and thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Ma'am.
the introduction
Thank you.
and thank you for this opportunity to speak again with the Institute of Global Professionals or IGP. Once again, I will be your speaker for the day.
Welcome,
I
ma'am, in our
yes,
webinar.
well,
Uh,
welcome to you.
First, you have to give some description about yourself, then you can start your presentation.
Yes, ma'am. I am Josephine Tolentino and I'm speaking again live here in the municipality of Magalang, province of Pampanga in the Philippines. Before I start, allow me to greet my fellow professionals. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and a pleasant day to everyone. I am currently teaching at Dolores National High School. I am teaching technology and livelihood education or TLE for grade 8 dressmaking and grade 10 animal production. And I am the current coordinator or music coordinator, organist, and choir trainer of the Association of St. John Mary Vianney. So today, I am glad to share with you here the presentation of my topic. I hope everyone will have their fun and enjoy, and of course, at the same time, will learn in this webinar or program. So, the importance of continuous professional development for teachers. So, for today, our objectives are at the end of the webinar, educators will understand what CPD for teacher is. Educators will be more motivated to keep learning. Educators can enhance their professional competence and fulfill their potential. And for our topics, what is continuous professional development? What is the importance of continuous development? CPD for teachers, the problems and barriers with continuous professional development for teachers, a conceptual framework for continuous professional development for teachers. So now, let me start by asking you, where are you from? So you may write your place from where you belong in our comment box. Where are you from? So if you were able to type the place from where are you from, thank you very much for replying. So what is continuous professional development? According to Dylan William, he says that, or the thought from Dylan William, every teacher needs to improve not because they are not good enough, but because they can do even better. Do you agree with what Dylan William may have mentioned in his thoughts? That every teacher needs to improve not because they are not good enough, but because they can do even better. If yes, why? If no, then why? You can write your answer to the comment box. So as a teacher, we should not remain and be contented to what we have. Teachers do not need to improve not because they are not good enough, but because they can do more better. So teachers have the ideas already, but they need to explore more so that they can do even better. So let us have the different definitions of continuous professional development, or the CPD. But by the way, what is C stands for, what is P stands for, and D stands for? So when you say continuous or continuing, it means, of course, we know non-stop, no end. Therefore, it is no limit. This is why it is continuous. So what is continuous here? Since what is our profession or the vocation? We are all teachers. Remember that even we are not teachers, even what vocation we have, is still we need to continue our learning. So when we have a continuous learning to our profession, we develop. There is the development, or there is what we call the improvement. So, may I ask, you can write your answer on the comment box, or in the comment box, I mean. When when will learning will stop? When do you think that learning will stop? Okay? So these are the different definitions of continuous professional development, or CPD. Is a process of recording and reflecting on learning development. So meaning our life as a teacher is not only to teach, but we also have to reflect the process that we are applying if we are still on the right track, especially now that the current trend in education is very different from the traditional method we have. Do you think the method today and the traditional method are still being applied? Okay. Next, another definition. It is the action of tracking and documenting the skills, knowledge, and experience that teachers gain both formally and informally as they teach, beyond and any initial training. It's a record of what they experience, learn, and then apply. So here, we are already applying the different action of tracking and documenting the skills, our knowledge, and then we are also we undergo our initial training. Okay? And then another definition of continuous professional development is the process and learning activities professionals undertake to enhance their knowledge, skills, competence, and expertise. It records what professionals learn, experience, and apply in their field. So in here, what we call the activities, we attend conferences, workshops, online training classes, or e-learning courses to develop ourselves professionally. So before the pandemic, we are already attending seminars, trainings, workshops, and then during the pandemic, what was the trend then is what we call the e-learning class, the online training classes, and then the different seminars, conferences, in order for us to develop ourselves professionally. I hope you are on the right track doing these different activities in order for you to be aware with what is CPD all about. According to the standards for teachers' professional development, teachers' CPD needs to be one or first, focus on improving and evaluating pupil outcomes. So these are very um, I will just going to make them short. So if you will going to read them, they are very um, what we call, we will just going to shorten their explanation. So focus, number one, focus on improving and evaluating pupil outcomes. Our first and foremost priority, our focus is our students' outcome or the pupil outcomes. Therefore, all the activities that will be imposed to these students, it concerns about their needs. That's why we are after, or the ensures individual activities link logically to the intended pupils' outcomes. So if we will not able to give or focus our attention, the learning to the students, we will not able to produce better students in the future. So we can check on this one. Of course, most especially our purpose, we must have a clear purpose and link to the pupil outcomes. So for the second one, underpinned by robust evidence and expertise. Of course, when we are we need CPD or the professional development in order to become more expert to our activities, to our subject matters, to the theories that we are applying. And of course, this one must be supported by those expertise and knowledge to help participants improve their understanding of evidence. That's why we really need professional development. The third one, it includes collaboration and expert challenge. So PD, PD that aims to change teachers' practice is most effective when it includes collaborative activities with a focus on the intended pupil outcomes. To whom we do collaborate? To whom do we collaborate? Okay, of course, we collaborate to our peers. In particular, effective professional development builds in peer support for problem solving. It is not a gossip system. It is not a gossip system, or it is not to criticize. When we collaborate, we do not judge others. When we collaborate with our peers, we ask help and then we help each other in order for us that we can see the support. Okay, so when we say support, there is what we call focus discussion about the practice and support groups of pupils with similar needs. That's why in the school, we have our time to have our LAC session, the learning action cells. So this is being given to us. It is sometimes per department, or it is with the whole department or the whole school that will going to implement that or going to do that activity. Okay, so the challenges existing practice. So this one includes support from someone in coaching and or mentoring role provides modeling and challenge. So in our department, who do you think is the one who mentors us? So for number 4, sustain over time. Professional development programs should be sustained over time. Professional is most effective when activities from part of a sustained program, typically for more than 2 terms. So this includes opportunities for experimentation, reflection, feedback, and evaluation. The fifth one, prioritized by leadership. So, PD must be prioritized by school leadership. Professional development is most effective when it is led well as part of the wider culture of evidence, of informed reflection, and discussion of teaching process. So this ensures that sufficient time and resources available. So therefore, all of these are what we will have when we have our PD or the professional development. Why is it important? Do you think it is really important to have this continuous professional development? You can write your answer in our comment box. Why is it important? So they say any careers in the Philippines require what is called CPD or continuous professional development in order for professionals to renew the license. One of this profession is teaching. So I will not be talking much more on the different memorandum because anybody knows those idea already. So I will be talking about why is CPD is important. So the CPD or continuous professional development helps teachers to manage their own development on an ongoing basis. So this is what we call a social obligation. It is our obligation that we have to have our CPD. And it is not just a record of the training they have completed, but a whole lot more. So we do not just collect certificates. We do not just keep our CPD, the more the merrier. But what we are after here, we can apply it after we we can apply it in our classroom, in our department, in our profession. That is that is one importance. So another one, CPD ensures teachers keep pace with current standards of others working in education. What do we mean by this one? So we can be updated in the current trend of education. Next, keep their knowledge and skills current so they can deliver high quality teaching and impact positively on pupils' outcome. So we can gain knowledge and of course our skills. And of course, the impact there will be a positive on pupil outcomes. Is that true? Another, it makes sure that they become more effective in the workplace. So if you have the CPD, we can be a leader, we can lead, we can manage, we can influence, we can do our mentoring. It depends upon what role was given to us. So next, opens them up to new possibilities, new knowledge, and new skills. Of course, let us try to be careful. Not all e-learning, not all webinars are all meant for you. Not everything that we see, we need to absorb them. We need to choose, is it aligned with our field? Next, the last one, it leads to increased confidence in themselves, others, and the professions as a whole. This is what I like most in the CPD, because if you gain knowledge, you are confident. You can be a role model, or you can be a leader, because you know that you are expert in that, in your field. So here's what CPD helps teachers to do. The first one, develop here, develop superior skills in organizing and time management. Apart from teaching, teachers spend a large part of time develop curriculum, evaluating students and doing other paperwork. But the advent of school management software changed that, and teachers adopted technology. Of course, now we already adopted technology. Continuous professional development will enable them to stay organized and manage time and efficiently. They will also learn to leverage technology to focus more on tutoring and students. So today we can make um, our activities more organized. And then, especially now, we are using technology in doing our lessons. So we can still have time to leverage or focus on the tutoring and to our students. Two, find new teaching strategies. With continuous professional development, teachers discover new teaching strategies and ways. This helps them to identify their students' needs and implement the strategies to teach better. They also understand the needs or areas where they can improve and change their styles to become more effective. The third one, contribute to better student learning outcomes. So, since our focus here is the students' learning outcomes, we really try to improve student achievement by as much as 21 percentile points. If we can achieve that, it enables teachers to keep pace with the best practices and latest trends in the professions. So here focus we can focus our attention to the learning outcomes of the students. So it also helped them in crafting personalized and practical lessons for the students. The fourth one, remain motivated and improve their learning curve. So as a teacher, we should not stop from learning, because we will not grow, our students will not able to learn if also us, we do not want to learn. What can we give them? So whatever age, whatever is our location, or wherever is our location, it is not an excuse not to learn. Okay, the fifth one, set smart professional goals. So you are familiar with the word smart, meaning specific, measurable, attainable for letter A. Letter R is relevant. And then T, time bound. So if you have these smart professional goals, educators can define goals that are realistic and achievable and can be measured by setting a timeline. So there is always what we call a time budget in everything. So the sixth one, get knowledge and insights into their subjects. So when we get knowledge, insight to their various areas of their subjects with CPD, we know what's happening in the industry and how can we improve our teachings to measure up against the high standards. And the last one, equip their students for future. The rapid technological change will transform a lot of things in the future. It will make many jobs obsolete and create many new ones. Today's students will need to equip themselves with new technical skills, people skills, and competencies to perform effectively as future professionals. So, as teachers, will play a key role in preparing their students for a brave new world. So, what if the teacher do not have the CPD, do not want to participate? Will the students will prosper the time that they will be evaluating that student, their students. So learning will take place only there is what we call self-initiative. That's why um, through all the different seminars, trainings attended, the LAC sessions, and many activities, we can only say that we learn to those activities by applying them to our classroom when we teach the subject, our subject. Teacher CPD is also very useful. So here it reminding them of their achievements and how far they have passed, directs their career and helps them keep on their eye of uncovers gap in their skills and capabilities, open up further development needs. Therefore, if you have this CPD, you can upgrade, you can discover, you can develop what is the needed, and then you can make a record of your accomplishment. How far have you gone, or how far have you reached with it? Did you improve or your students improve well? Okay, so next slide. So here are the problems with continuous professional development. Of course, we can say continuous or CPD is always what we can say there is always a problem with it. The CPD problems are offered to teachers, one, through webinars, and then there was what we call the workshops. The problem is that when there is webinar are good for general basic information like this one now. They are generally unidirectional and do not really provide hands-on. Is this true? Yes, of course. Interaction with the material and also may not too many opportunities for a good this two-way discussion between the speaker and participants, because here the speaker, the presenter will going to present the data, the present the information, and then you as a member or participant, you will going to listen and watch. And of course, moreover, it is difficult for the department heads and administrators to measure the efficacy of the webinar. Is it really what we call effective? Okay. So the other opinion available to teachers has always been the workshops. So during or before the pandemic, we are having this workshop. Traditionally, those have been organized by the school, and the teachers, of course, don't really have too much a say in which programs they would like to attend and which they would prefer to skip. True workshops tend to be more interactive than webinars and allow for quality interactions between the attendees and the facilitators. They tend to be expensive. Of course, you have to pay, or the department or the school will going to pay, or the division or the region, and run on a fixed schedule. There is what we call a schedule, not like the webinar. Meaning, if you are not available on that day or time, you can't attend the workshop. So finally, once the workshop ends, there is no real cost effective way to seek the advice of the facilitator again. So, which do you prefer most? So, these are some of the problems that may encounter too many one-off activities, lack of high-quality external facilitation and expertise, not relevant or differentiated, no clear focus on pupils, too much listening, not enough time to collaboratively problem solve, and then not enough time for professional learning. So since we have encountered different webinars during the pandemic until this time, we need to choose only, we only have a preference. We need to have a preference in which align our skill. We need not to look for everything that we see, get them, attend them, but you will get, you will be mixed up if you will going to do that. And then our next topic, a conceptual framework for planning continuous professional development. As a management or the admin, first you have to put trust to your teachers, of course, to us teachers. Why? For the first one, be consistent. Teachers need to be consistent with the learning goals to be guided in framing their problems of practice. For example, this could be done to design robust projects that challenge to create high quality work, develop structures for the teaching and learning of literacy across the curriculum. I mean, third, plan lessons and assessment that establish highly successful thinking routines. So, these goals can drive community building, teacher reflections, coaching, and professional development. So, another one, use the adult learning theory. So, teachers willing to expose their challenges, mistakes, and questions, as well as their hopes, strengths, and successes, if you will going to put their trust to them. So give them the time, the freedom to fail. So when you say given, let them experience, and then let them uh, do the activity, trust them that they can do, so that they will have more confident in their in their selves. So next, teachers should designate time for learning each week. Can we do that? And should structure for purposeful collaboration between colleagues around shared areas of challenge. So when people are operating in conditions of high trust, collaboration, and effective leadership, they are more willing to innovate and take risks, according to Fulan and Quinn in 2016. In 2016. Next, make time, uh, make learning autonomous. Professional development should not happen to teachers as audience. It should be driven their interests and expertise professionals. Let them participate in order that they will be motivated enough. Okay? And with this quote, you don't learn to walk by following rules. You learn by following, you learn by doing and falling over, by Richard Branson. There is learning if we will apply what we learn, but learning will not take place if we will just listen and watch. We will learn if we will going to include ourselves to that action. The more we participate to the different professional development, the more we learn, we can have and apply. And by doing so, we become more confident and become a better leader in the future. So whatever our situation we have now, even we have lots of risks to finish, whatever our age, it is as long as we have the initiative and willingness to keep this will not an hindrance to make excuses to learn. Keep reading, keep learning. I hope I would like to thank all of you for attending this webinar about the importance of continuous professional development for teachers. I hope you have learned something from this webinar. And if you want more of this discussion, you can check these references from my slides, which you can access online. Thank you, everyone. And please, if you have some more time, help me fill out with the evaluation form from the presentation. Our good facilitator here will send the link for the evaluation form. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful presentation. It's time for our quiz session. After completed our quiz session, we come back again in our question answer session. Okay, ma'am?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Dear participants, it's time for our quiz session. To join this session, you have to go www.slido.com. Then you have to enter the code, and the code is IGP, and the code is IGP. After short video, we will start our quiz session. So let's enjoy our quiz session. Dear participant, welcome back in our quiz session. Uh, if you want to join in our quiz session, you have to go www.slido.com. Then you have to enter the code, and the code is IGP. We will pick your name from Slido, so join it your full name, which will directly print on certificates, and top 10 will be awarded with quiz completion certificates. Already 35 people joined in our quiz, so please everyone join in our quiz session early. We are waiting for your joining. To join this session, you have to go www.slido.com. Then you have to enter the code, and the code is IGP. Now start our quiz session. First question, you have discovered several attraction and impediments for teacher retention, some within. First option, new teachers get hard assignment and little support to grow. Second option, new teachers are not reimbursed for travel and relocation. And the correct answer is new teacher get hard assignment and little support to grow, and 85% people are right. Now we go for our second now question. Mhm. What steps should a principal take to ensure teachers are following IEP? First option, speak with teacher to discuss concern, use of offer help. Second option, give a copy of field law explaining teacher's role IEP. And the correct answer is speak with teacher to discuss concern, use of offer help, and 87% people are right. Now our top ranker is Jordan Joey as Tutina. Third now question. Research on school or com relationship has ID vital PTS of agreement needed for a relationship. First option, determining the type and amount of community resource to be used. Second option, seeking consensus on objectives of EDU system or improvement. And the correct answer is second option, seeking consensus on objectives of EDU system or improvement. Now we go for our fourth now question. Teachers are fussing, not cooperating, led by two veteran teachers. The first step is option one, have the school board deal with the two teachers. Second option, arrange for separate conference with the two teachers. And the correct answer is second option, arrange for separate conferences with the two teachers. Now we go for our fifth now question. The PD priorities allow flexibility for specific local needs, priorities, and emerging development. Is it true or false? And the correct answer is true. 95% people are right. Now we go for our sixth now question. The 3-year professional development priorities shall be approved by the NEAP director at central office. Is it true or false? The correct answer is false, and 5% people are right. Now we go for our seventh now question. PD priorities support the realization of continuous reskilling and upskilling of teachers and school leaders. Is it true or false? And the correct answer is true, and 98% people are right. Now we go for our economic question. The major reason given for involving PTSO in decision-making process in schools is to first option prevent pressure groups from dominating the decision process. Second option provide a wide range of input and information to the ADM in VOE. And the correct answer is second option provide a wide range of input and information to the ADM and VOE, and 56% people are right. Now we go for our ninth norm question. Some teacher will resist new SCI car doctor K must show how needs of a student and goals of option 1 the teachers, second option society. And the correct answer is the teacher, and 50% people are right. Now we go for our last question. In resolving the conflict over assigning teachers to reading classes, Mr. Smith recommended which first option? Teachers should be assigned according to preference. Second option, teachers should be assigned on a basis of suitability teaching. The correct answer is option 2. Teachers should be assigned BSN on basis of suitability teaching, and 73% people are right. Congratulations, Flomi Raghav Salvizzo. He is our top tanker. Then in our second position, Evelyn P. Waperi. In third position, Rosalinda Cortuzzo Salvizzo. In fourth position, Princess Love di Tolentino. In fifth position, Queenie Rose Evi Salvizzo. Congratulations, our top 10 quiz competition winner. We have all of your name which you entered during joining. We'll pick and prepare certificate and we'll post them on our Facebook official page. And our Facebook official page is Institution of Global Professional. Now we go for our question answer session. Participants are requested to ask their question in comment box. Please address the speaker name. After question answer, we'll share certification process. After short video, we'll go for our question answer session. So let's enjoy the session. Sure, that's okay. Welcome back in our question answer session. We'll go ahead and take some time for question now. Just a reminder, please be sure to type your question into the comment box. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am, in our question answer session. Participate or ask their question. You have to answer them.
Yes, ma'am. Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Ma'am, our first question from Aisha Ghazali. Kindly, what is the minimum CPT point for teacher?
Thank you, ma'am. Aisha Ghazali. Ma'am, are you referring to the CPD point in renewing the license, or actually if you will going to say CPD, as long as we are um, willing willing to take every thing, that is there is no such limit. But it if you are referring to renewing the license here in the Philippines, I know it is as long as you have the 15 points, but before it is 75 points. And then if you will not able to have that points, therefore you will going to they will going to accept you, but you will have your promissory note, and then for the next time that you will going to renew your license, that is the time you will going to show them that you have that CPD as part of your professional growth. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, thank you. Then our second question from Flamia Salviezo. Good morning, ma'am Josephine. What are the standards that teachers should know in the area of professional development?
Thank you, Sir Flomi, and congratulations for being the first or top in the top 10. Okay. So with the different standards, we should know that first, of course, our focus is the students' learning, because our main focus is here is the students' learning. Therefore, we need to practice. We need to have our expertise in our the theories, the skills, the way we teach them, the methods, and of course, there is what we call the support from our peers. And then, of course, we are open to the different evaluations. That's why every year in the school, we are being evaluated to how we teach. Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am. And our next question from Evelyn. Good afternoon, ma'am. What are the prevailing CPD practices and the frequency of their provision? Thank you.
What are the prevailing CPD practices and the frequency of their provisions? So when we say CPD practices, so we have the different activities such as the e-learning, ma'am, um, workshops. Now, it is workshops are already being done face to face, not before. For 2 years, it almost every workshops or as a training are in what we call the webinar or the e-learning. So there are different CPD practices, but the frequency or what we call the provisions are what we follow. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Our next question from Princess Love. Do the Institute of Global Professional Webinars are considered as CPD? Is this accepted in PRC for renewal of license?
I think the IGP will going to answer that for you, ma'am. But I already use it in my ranking as head teacher. But what is important here, you have the letter of invitation sent through your email, the matrix, and then the certification of commendation, and then certification of what, like me, I am the speaker. I have um, the certificate, and then the IGP will going to answer that for us. Yes, for the IGP people, you can you kindly give us a clear explanation with this one? Actually, if we will going to show them that we can have our screen capture, this is already the means of verification that we were able to participate in this kind of webinar. I know they are still working on it. Hopefully, we will be aligned with the PRC, and then of course with what we call the Department of Education. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I think there is no more question. We covered all of the question. Thank you, ma'am. Please accept our profound thanks for taking out time from your busy schedule to present those slides. I hope everyone sitting there was fascinated by your presentation. Those slides give everyone a great idea about the importance of continuous professional development for teachers. We gained a lot of information in one place. Again, I like to offer our thanks for telling us all about the continuous professional development for teacher. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome. See you again.
See you again, ma'am. Uh, Dear participant, now it's time for our webinar code to give you a webinar code. Today our topic is the importance of continuous professional development for teacher, and the code is IGP 6782, and the code is IGP 6782. How to claim your e-certificate? First, you have to go to www.eduigp.com. Then you have to click sign in. Then log in if you already have an account, or you are new. You have to create new account. Once you logged in, click view webinars. Then and get the code is IGP 6782. Click get your certificates. It is auto download in PDF file already. Thank you everyone for active participation. I hope everyone can learn from our webinar. Thank you so much. See you again in our next session. Till that, stay happy and blessed. Thank you so much, everyone.